Hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girl. Oh, I think we just got live. Are we live? Hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girl, Dr. Joy, pre-PhD, Pretty Dawn Montique, and Callie, and we are here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Sex, Lies, and Videotape, season
That's
6,
it.
episode 20.
And
What was
I
this?
was wondering, well, the only thing that I could think of that they blacked out was they must have said had a threesome and they videotaped it.
Oh, because I'm like, where's the videotape? Okay,
Yeah, because
that makes
when
a
I
lot of
saw
sense.
that, I thought I was tripping. I was like,
Okay.
why would they name it that? But
You see
that's
me
the name.
pause like that don't make no
That's
sense.
and
But
if you look on your DVR, I'm looking on mine.
uh-huh.
It literally. And by the way, we're in season 6. Everybody
We're in
keeps thinking
season
we're in
6.
season
Hi
5.
Marcia. So y'all, we're in I say 185 because it seems like they never take a
It's
break. But
20. It's episode 20.
so what we're gonna do is everything we say is allegedly our opinion. Am I missing anything? Entertainment purposes only. We're here to have fun. So we're starting something different. We're gonna rate the episode. I'm gonna share it out, and then we're gonna have our chat stick moment of the week. We didn't discuss which one we're gonna do, so I have a suggestion, and if y'all don't want to do it, we can do something else. So how would you
No,
rate
we
it?
could do it. We could do it. Everybody just say what theirs is. Because
Yeah, so that's what I said. I'm
yeah.
gonna say mine, but let's rate it first, and then we'll do our moment of the week. So
It was
Joy,
a 7.
it was a
7.
7. Okay. Callie, what do you think? Let me go find it.
Maybe a 6. Excuse me.
I feel
Like a
like it was
6.
all over the place. Do y'all not?
Yeah, it was a little bit out of sync.
Yeah, it
It
was
was.
all over the place. I'm gonna get it looks cute on Facebook now. Sorry, y'all. I'm sharing it. I'll give it like a 6.5. It kept my attention, but it was like bouncing around. Bouncing around. So I'm gonna say the chat stick moment of the week for me is everybody's cheating and breaking up. So we got Candace and Chris.
Let's
Then
just
we
do
had
one. You doing too many. Do one.
well,
Candace and Chris. Let's
I
start
was
there.
gonna give y'all the option. Y'all don't want them? Okay, we'll do Candace
Oh,
and Chris.
I was gonna let everybody pick their own.
Oh, well,
Cause
go ahead.
yeah, you did yours, Candace and Chris. Tell everybody what happened this week.
Okay, see, I thought we were discussing one thing. Okay, we're doing this different than last time. So with
Y'all doing it
me,
different than the initial time.
I know it's kind of well,
I
anyway.
thought it
So
was like because it was more than one this week. It was definitely
it
more
was
than
a
one
lot.
this
It's
week.
a lot this week.
Yeah.
So let me go first, and then I'm gonna share it. I hadn't shared it, so that's why I was kind of gonna give y'all suggestions. So Candace and Chris of Real Housewives of Potomac. We're gonna get into Huntsville, but we want to get people to come on, so we're kind of doing like an icebreaker beforehand. But we will get on Huntsville, we promise. So I don't know if I believe this or not, but they are saying that Chris, what is his last name? It's so many Chris's in this one. Bassett, thank you. Messed with some girl. She got pregnant. She had an abortion, and she let Tasha K know about it. And she has some type of screenshots, but I can show them if y'all want me to get them. I can add them to here with pictures of his supposedly brown penis. And
Brown.
girl, it was ugly. But anyway, and do you believe it or not? What do y'all think?
No.
Why not?
Why y'all
It
don't?
just seems so, and I've heard a lot of other people talk about it as well. Most people so far don't tend to believe it, but it just she sounds so drunk on the call. Like she had just had some Jack Daniels. She was slurring her words. And then her so-called receipts, she sent receipts of her DMs. And I'm thinking, well, they don't say anything incriminating. And I can send you my DMs that I've sent to Chris. And we all know I ain't having nothing going on with him. So her receipts
It's
are
the
fire.
fact that he would. I absolutely believe it.
And the penis thing, it was anybody's penis. What? No, I mean, she wasn't a believable person to me, and that penis did not. I'm sorry, Jordan. Go bye.
It's
yeah,
go ahead.
hilarious to me that y'all would believe a side chick from Wine who wouldn't show her face,
Who
wouldn't
believe
say
that?
her name. Wait a minute, wouldn't show. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about
okay.
in general. Wouldn't say your name, wouldn't show her name, wouldn't show her face. Like, but you got a woman that's willing to show you her face. If you believe nothing, those
Allegedly.
DMs, while they didn't have words, it was pretty clear that he was sending her audio and she was sending him audio. Now, one could argue, because that's all it was audio inboxes, DMs.
Okay,
They
it
were
don't
just
mean
sending,
nothing though.
they weren't sending words, they were sending audio. So he had been communicating with her. Now, he could have been communicating with her about a recipe, because she did say that they initially met because he commented on her food, some
Like
kind
cooking.
of cooking TikTok or something that she did, and he was commenting on it, and they were going backwards and forth. That's quite possible, but I tend to think, well, I'm sure she's looking for some kind of notoriety, because I wouldn't show my face. Ain't no way I would have showed my face saying that I was with some married man. But I do think that it's highly probable. I think it's probable to believe he is versus Juan's.
So so Tori said, has Candace said anything? So for me, I feel like this time they're very silent. What did she say?
Something. I put it in the group. She sent the tweet. It was something.
She said
she
people
really
ain't got nothing better to do. Yeah.
Oh, people ain't got nothing. So you think it was that?
Something along the line. It was nothing specific.
They don't really know if that's what was the comment, but people, she just randomly tweeted.
So there's
okay. Here she said,
clinics don't give paperwork.
This is what she tweeted.
I can't see it, Joy. It's a little blurry, so read it to us. I can't see it.
Yeah.
It's real blurry.
I keep forgetting that I blurred out.
Yeah, you got a blackout. I do too.
Yeah.
Abortion clinics don't give paperwork. Okay. That's how I know she's lying. Nothing leaves out of the clinic. Really? So you don't, I don't know. But so they don't give you any kind of like doctor paperwork?
Those were the paperwork that they gave her were exit paper, and it wasn't paperwork like that. She got the abortion pill. So it was like information on the abortion pill.
It was like probably follow-up care on what you should do.
Follow-up stuff, yeah.
But Candace saying something, didn't she? The paperwork she sent out that she got offline at iwantfakepaperwork.com, she forgot to change the addresses or something. The one she sent was in the state of Illinois or something crazy.
But it was in Texas.
Discharge information. Thank you. You can tell we don't go to the doctor, Marsha. We healthy over here.
Yeah, discharge. That's what it was. That's why I was. Well, it's not really an in charge when you get an abortion pill. They're just giving you information because you just go to confirm the pregnancy.
So
she didn't have a procedure.
She didn't have a procedure. She had according to the paperwork, it was the abortion pill, and no one really knows where she lives. Somebody was saying Oklahoma, where it's banned, but I don't know. I don't know too much about all of this. I live in a state where it's banned, and I know people I'm hearing are just going to different states. Like where the state that I'm right next to a state that has abortion in Illinois.
So you just go across the line.
I mean, literally, they just go across the line.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was the chapstick of the moment of the week. I don't know if we're doing more than one. I feel like one's enough, but if y'all won't do more, y'all can.
Okay, we could just do one. We could do one at the end.
Okay, we'll do one at the end. Let's get into, because we got some people that's here that wants to know what's going on in Huntsville. Oh, this episode, child. I don't know.
Can I just say one thing about
first of all,
real quick?
Go ahead, Cal. I was going to tell people, be sure to like and subscribe, because we need our algorithm to go up, okay? Follow us. Okay, go, Shal. Go, Callie.
Carlos King, he did a brief interview just talking about the reunion. He said within the first 5 minutes of the reunion, these two people started going at it, and it lasted for 13 consecutive minutes. He couldn't even take a break for a commercial. Who y'all think it was?
Oh, I would say Marsau and somebody.
I would say Stormy and Tisha. I don't know. Joy, no opinion?
I would have thought it would be like Martell and Marsau.
Yeah, I think it's Marsau. It's either Marsau and Mel, Marsau and Martell, Marsau and Stormy, but he's involved. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all I want to say.
Also, I think I could be wrong, but this is my prediction. I have a feeling that scene with Mel and KeKe was a callback scene.
Something for them, yeah.
And we're not going to watch much of that play out on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I got a feeling. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that KeKe hasn't filmed with anybody on purpose but Mel, and that they're putting things in places.
I don't know. Do you think it's because she's embarrassed, or you think they don't want her around? Or
I told you, I think it's because they don't want her around.
She's claiming because she's sick, but I don't know. We shall see. Well, she's gonna be with everybody at the next one, honey, because she's gonna throw the water. So she's gonna be with everybody next episode.
I wonder whose scene that is, though.
It's at Kimmi's house. It's at Kimmi and Reese's house, because they're throwing a Ponderosa as Jackie. What's her name? Jackie Christie. Is that her name? That's what she called a Ponderosa. They're gonna have a Ponderosa because everybody met in Marsau. Okay, so that was. Are we gonna do marriage check here? We do that next time.
All right. So anyway, we didn't do it last time.
So let's talk about Martell and Where y'all want to go? Y'all want to go with that? Because that was the thing that got me the most. Was Martell and Marsau? Do y'all want to go in order?
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay,
that's how it begins anyway, with him arguing with Fletcher and well, not arguing with them, but I mean, I kind of have mixed feelings about Martell. The whole conversation about being grateful. There's no doubt in my mind that Marsau plays too much, but he shows his immaturity at times, because you can play too much but be wise. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he likes to play verbal gymnastics with people, and I'm okay with that. I actually like a guy like that. He keeps you on your toes. I'm talking about friend wise. I like Marsau. I'm a Marsau fan, but I don't like it when he does things like this, because I don't think that Mel and Martell should, that the Scott should be like,
bow down,
fall on your knees, and I owe you forever. No, I absolutely don't believe that. But I also believe that Marsau can give credit when credit is due. Mm-hmm. And that's the part that makes him immature, because somebody can open a door for you, but that don't mean that you do everything that you need to do to secure yourself. Even if the obviously Martell and them put them on, that's okay. It's okay that you had properties that you had already owned. He put you onto the construction world. Martell and them, I'm sure, had a couple of properties, but that wasn't their niche.
Okay, so this is what she's talking about. So Marsau, after the episode, Tisha went on her story. Marsau I don't know when he posted this, but they're saying, and it's all past tense because OED means I used to, but we just gonna say this. When he was working at the movie theater, he owned a 60-unit apartment complex with Reese, which is Maurice, a 12-plex apartment with Tish, a 4-plex with Reese, and 7 to 10 single-family homes. Mm-hmm. And he said he never drove any of their cars and never stayed in any of their properties. Because remember, we thought they stayed in one of their townhouses.
And this is stupid. Then he says they insisted we use their car for about a week, which was stupid to me, because regardless if you assisted or not, that's still somebody giving you something.
Yeah, they helped you out.
This is the part about Marsau that, like, all the other stuff could have been fine, which I get, but it's little bitty things. Like, the reality even if I don't think that they owe Mel forever, but the reality is, to how I feel about Mel still was the one that introduced them to Carlos. They had to show up and show themselves and be interesting, but this was her baby. Either way that you put it, regardless if Carlos didn't like the original idea, he liked the idea of getting couples. He said, "Go find me couples." You know how many
them?
How many black couples it is in Huntsville? Come on.
I agree. I also feel like
Marsau, thank you, without kissing their tail forever. Now, I don't agree with that part. But I don't think Martell has asked of that.
Nobody really asked them of that. The only reason that they're making it a point now is because of Marsau's actions. How he's making it seem like they didn't have anything. How he's making it seem like she just got a t-shirt business. How he's making it, he's belittling what they've done. And they're like, wait a minute.
But what they're currently doing.
Yeah,
that's
he's belittling things.
Yes.
And it's like, wait a minute. I'm the one that helped you. So it's not like they just went around saying, we helped you. You know, I'm not coming down my chariot to throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart. Okay. They are just sitting here.
Right, Mariah.
Okay. I say that to people all the time. I'm just going to let y'all know.
And what I thought was interesting about that is when Marsau asked him what failures has he ever spoke about. And, you know, he said, well, the wedding is the only thing I've talked about. But he said before that, I'd never really had any failures. Me and Melody was kind of always on top. I thought that was pretty interesting. On an
up trajectory.
He said you wanted to be us. We were who you wanted to be.
And I believe
they were on an up trajectory. And life happens like that. And sometimes we hit a plateau. They did, and they went backwards. It is what it is. But the mere fact that the Scotts, remember I said, I hate to say this, he's a pole elitist.
Yeah.
Y'all thought I was playing.
He like new money people. People got new money and they act a certain way.
So you look down on other people like peasants. Like that literally is what he's doing, because he feels like they are on an up trajectory and either, I don't know, and he sees currently what Mel and Martell is doing is beneath him.
Yeah, which is crazy. But another thing is, I noticed when he feels like he's doing something and he wants to play mind games, Marsau will talk over you and he gets loud. Because the initial conversation about being a speaker, he was like, that's why I wasn't going to allow you to speak. You wanted Martell to speak. You wanted Mel to speak. You was mad when Martell at the end said he didn't want to speak. Y'all was all in the back arguing about why you ain't speaking now. So he just changes his narrative. And then another thing, he was like, what did he say that made me kind of mad? I was like, Marsau, really? They didn't even say they were going to talk about their failures up there. When did this new narrative of talking about our failures come into play? That was never even an option
to even bring that up.
Regardless
if it was a conversation or not at the table, like when you are stepping in front of potential entrepreneurs, they don't necessarily want to hear about your failures.
Right.
And not in a negative way. They want to know how you reach the top. Now, it'd have been one thing if you know, along the way you give warnings. Don't go this path. Don't go that path. Right. Nobody want to hear about when your company fell apart. We want to hear how you got there.
I didn't understand. I just feel like, and I feel like
for another day.
And I feel like Martell just got frustrated because and another thing I feel like Martell and Marsau have each other's secrets and they don't want to say too much. And so within that conversation, they would say a little bit, but they didn't want to display all of the bad stuff that they have done because they know stuff on each other. I agree with nobody say.
I think that's why Martell said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mend this up real quick."
Yeah,
some people you can, some people you can't, but with Scott, I'm gonna go ahead and make this right.
Let's see, but his wife won. I don't know. I mean, I think that Tish. I don't know if she copies people, but I think she kind of. I don't know if it's copying. What is the word? I don't know. Get inspiration. I'm gonna say inspiration. She gets inspiration.
I don't think that it's a copycat though. I just think a lot of the things are natural progressions because there is nothing that anybody's doing on this show that hasn't been done literally a million times. Even if because they're saying that because you got 3 people at this point that got hair products. That's just like saying Mel copied Stormy.
Right? That's why they just get inspiration from each other.
Just say no. It's nothing wrong with saying because at some point she had a skin care line. Now she's doing skin now and hair. Or to say that she's copying L'Oreal or whomever. I think most girls, because we deal with our hair, because we deal with our skin, especially Black
lipstick,
dream of that kind of stuff. Now it may not have been your dream, but a lot of girls, it love to one day see their name on a product. I know all my little businesses got my name on it, my little lotion and everything.
Okay, it's supposed to. So what do y'all think? So another thing, do you think when Chris Fletcher knocked on the door or whatever, did production or was this just a happenstance? Was he supposed to be in this scene, or because he just was like, "I'm outside"?
Martell showed looked shocked, didn't he? Martell like, you outside? What you doing here?
Chris got the Chris and Nell get the days that they're filming and they kiss when they not invited. Did y'all not think about that? Like, well, you know, if you didn't know, he read the call sheet.
Oh, wait a minute. Inspired and by the way, they copied. Well, I say inspiration. What's it? They called him. So you think production called? I just feel like he was like, I'm gonna go put my sign out today. They filmed and I'm gonna knock on the door.
I'm still disappointed at the way Martell handled that, though. I thought that's just horrible the way he did his friend.
He said he ain't getting out. Did y'all hear that at the end? He was like, I'm not leaving.
Well, I told y'all that place was sold. I said they couldn't have sold it. I was like, well, they were saying because he said it was sold. Really but I believe he told Martell because Martell said I thought it was sold.
Yeah, I don't think it's sold. I think he wants to clean it out for like a walkthrough. You know how you have open houses? You can't have open houses with Martell's whole family on the wall. Like this MFer said, I'm packing up. It wasn't no box. Pictures still on the wall. The comfort. He was comfortable in that house.
But you know what? It could be an advantage. I looked at a house rental property that we couldn't have afforded it, but we were looking at rental property, and when we were in Orlando one year, and the house that Shawnee O'Neal shot in. The first season of Basketball Wives, we looked at that house when it was for sale. Like, it was kind of intriguing that a TV show was filmed here. So it would seem like Martell staying in a house would be an asset. Possibly, I don't know.
Possibly.
I mean,
you want to stage the house a little better because that little couch wasn't all that great. But okay.
At all. Okay.
I'm not judging the couch. But he ain't even looking like he's moving. My point is he told Chris he needed a week to pack up, and he ain't even got one box packed up. It still looked lived in. I don't know. Did he ever move? Chris, can you let us know?
He was only staying there. He was only supposed to be there for, I think he said 9 months. I know it wasn't a year. And then it would be month to month. So he was probably looking, I don't know, girl. I'm sick of trying to make up excuses for him. Come on.
We trying to help you, Martha. Hey, Angela. All right, so do y'all want to get into, are we done with Marsau and Martell? Did anything stick out with y'all in that conversation? Oh, no. Something did. He said, I didn't like, never done anything for me. What do y'all think about that?
Say it again.
He said, Martell said, I've done more for you than you've done for me. And then Marsau said, no, I've done for you. He said, well, tell me something you've done for me. And he said, I loaned you some money. Now, do you believe the loaning of the money or
not? In my head, if you believe Coleslaw, they were switching money around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe Coleslaw and the stories that she would tell, because she used to tell, and I'm only saying Coleslaw because I don't even want to use her name. So that's almost for me to respect. I mean, I guess she don't care. What's her name? Ariana. Anyway, yeah, I think that she used to say that Marsau was their go-between.
Mm-hmm.
When she needed something, she would call Marsau. If you believe it. But that's what she said. So it's possible that they exchange hands in that way a lot. But he kind of insinuated that he probably gave him some money when he was probably down and out. And then I don't know, unless he was playing around.
I don't know, because Martell to me was convincing when he was like, no, I had guys work for you and then you paid me. And so that makes more sense to me than anything. He was, so I don't know. I feel like they didn't share the whole story because they have so many secrets with each other. They're afraid. They are afraid to say too much. Okay, what's this? I always believe that Melody confirmed. What do you believe? What do you believe? Oh, here we go. I believe the loan was a part of the secret station. I do. That's what Joy. That's what you're kind of saying, Joy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like they could have. I heard that they exchanged money. I mean, if you believe her, she was very clear on that. She was talking about this a long time ago.
Yeah.
This was even before she confirmed her pregnancy. When she did that interview with Tasha K, that was one of the things that she talked about. And I'm talking about the ones over the phone, not the one that she did in person. When she used to do them over the phone before she was pregnant, she would say stuff like that Martell was their go-between.
You don't think Martell has anything else to lose? I don't know. I think that they both have done some stuff.
I agree with that.
I mean, he's already,
what's
you're right. I see what you're saying. He would be protecting Marsau, but I do believe that he does. I think he does. I think the slip of the tongue was you had 20 girlfriends. I think that he was pissed that day. And I do believe he has told Melanie some things. It may be very limited, but I do believe he has told her some things because I'm sure he was careful even with what he told her.
I just wonder if Martell done moved. Somebody said, well, Martell let Chris list the house. Yeah, because Chris will sell that house. Okay, so let's talk about whose little kitchen was they in with these products so they were packing.
I don't think that was
the manager, I thought.
Yeah, that was the manager's place. I don't think that was.
You don't think that was their house?
No, because when Marsau came in, he said, I wanted to come over to whatever the girl's name is to see what they were doing.
Okay, because I was a little confused. So, Joy, did she show the name of the products? Did y'all see the names of the products when they was packing? Was they facing the right way?
I didn't even look.
Not at all. Y'all know I noticed this. You couldn't see the name of the products. I don't know. I want them to be successful, but I just don't think that they present the stuff in the right way. I don't think that. Do you think that scene was? I mean, what do y'all think of it?
Well, she said it was something that she had been working on for 5 years, right? And then she said that they were about to mail out 150 bottles. So 5 years and 150 bottles. I don't know. Maybe she's just going slow because it is really, really new for her.
Yeah, and it's quite possible that she's doing her own products. Like, we still
talking about Tisha. She ain't doing
she could be doing her own. And what I mean by that is one of them is just the oil. She probably mixing that oil and got a little oil dispenser because you can buy that for lotion and stuff and dispense it and to help put it in the bottles quickly so you can almost have like an assembly line is what I mean. She's probably doing all of that herself. So and she busy. So she's probably only doing so many at a time is what I'm saying.
You believe that too? Anybody else believe that she doing
no.
this?
I don't believe they're paying anybody to do. I mean, Stormy did her own. It wouldn't be beneficial. It wouldn't be financially. These products aren't expensive. It wouldn't be financially expensive.
I mean, she really doesn't yet. She's still ordering from her daughter's
doing nothing. She can't even order right size clothes. I am.
It's just the truth.
But I just don't believe it wouldn't be beneficial for her to pay somebody to do it, is what I'm saying. Unless she's just the name and somebody else is, and they're giving her a percentage. It just wouldn't be beneficial unless this is something she's doing. So she may be only putting out, a couple hundred at a time when she got time to do it. Because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she's so busy doing other
maybe
things.
Maybe she is.
I don't know.
Tish ain't busy.
I don't know. I don't think she has the chemist like Mel. I would say that. But I feel like she white labeled. Like she found some products.
Oh yeah.
Bought them. And then I see that more than her making them, which is nothing wrong with that.
I didn't necessarily think that she was making them.
Oh, okay. You didn't think she was in the. Oh, okay.
No, I mean,
Stormy did make hers.
Let me be crystal clear. To make them oils is just picking whatever oils that you want to pick and ordering the labels. That's not complicated at all. Now, you can just buy a big old thing of generic shampoo if you like it and bottle it yourself. You can do that. Bulk apostrophe or whatever the name of that, apostrophe or whatever the name of that website. I know you can get it from them. What's the name of it? Bulk
Apothecary? I don't know.
Something like that. I have no idea what it's called. But yeah, you can buy it by the gallons. And you can redo. They even have an oil mix. But oils, in my opinion, are successful when you do them yourself. And
I don't think she's been working on it for 5 years, like Tori said. I think that's a lie.
That's what she said on the show too. But
I think she's lying.
She is.
She simply said my face said it all. I try. I just don't, and I'm not mad at her. You know what I mean?
I don't know how it would be financially beneficial, but we'll see.
I hope they succeed, though. I really do. But another thing that look at Joy giving grace. She always gives grace to everybody but Mel. She gives a grace.
I just gave grace to Mel when I was talking about Marsau. Them they do owe her.
I didn't hear that part.
I did.
Didn't hear that.
I started off by saying they owe her a sense of gratitude, just not forever. That ain't something that I need to say to stroke your ego, because it becomes ego stroking. But it would have been nice if Marsau had said, look, I can't argue. You put us on.
Yeah.
You put us on. Yeah, but they still had to do the work to walk through the door once they got through the door.
I don't know. That's why I said she didn't show the process. She ain't never been in the kitchen cooking nothing, stirring nothing, doing nothing.
We don't know, but that's not the narrative that they also like to show of Tisha. We didn't know Tisha was getting her second master's degree for 2 whole years until graduation day.
She didn't know it either, though. She was confused.
I'm just saying, y'all so silly. Y'all know doggone well she could have. She could have had business meetings and everything. I'm not saying that it happened. I'm just saying that it's possible.
Because they do that to on Married to Medicine. They don't show her. So they want her to play dumb.
They don't want to show her anything but being dumb.
That's how Toya said that. She said they don't show her. She wrote a whole book and all that, and they didn't show it.
Yeah, they don't want to show her like that. They are trying to create a character.
Yeah, Kelly, I told you she be throwing so much shit.
Oh,
Kelly, she didn't know either.
That was shady, that's just a fact.
But so what? Another thing, when I saw that scene, it kind of made me a little sad, because I feel like, I know Martell don't want them own anything, and I feel like he's hindering their sales too. But Mel has products for the girls now. They have lip gloss. Now Sugar Mama has stuff, but Tisha better use this as an opportunity to showcase her girls, because other people came right now. So if you want to get on it, Tish, this is the time to do it. This is the time.
People were irritated by that, and people were talking about that.
What were they saying?
Saying things like they really trying to put all this focus on the Scots, and I responded that they're putting all of this stuff on the Scots because the Scots is giving them information.
Yeah, they can.
Martell and Mel, without their they can't show their children anymore. And so they are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. If they wanted to be the betterment, if they really was a really maturing people, they would have been filming together to just try to get in a better place. That would have
stopped it, not Mel. He stopped the filming of stuff because he wasn't getting any money from it, from what they say. But
I mean, they shouldn't. They're one of the things that Bethany was talking about, that no child on reality TV that has to be mic'd should not get paid. They were talking about that. That's part of
the product sales, not from being on.
Yeah, but either way, the reason Martell doesn't want them there is because he feels like he's not going to get a cut of the check,
right?
No matter what it's for, on the show or off the show. That's why he stopped it. Him and Ralph.
He didn't stop her product. He didn't stop.
They just can't be on the camera promoting it.
Yeah,
like Tisha's girls. That's why I said Tisha's now in a position.
That's because the children
packing product, supposedly working, which they was only in there for 2 seconds. Yeah. But people like to see that kind of stuff. So,
my point is they can't use their children as their their storyline.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if they wanted to like stay on the show, if they were interested, if that was a threat not to, they would be working on just trying to get to a better place, because regardless of how hurt anybody's feelings or how ticked off the other made you, you know, they could use this opportunity to help a situation.
But Martell got the courts to stop it, so they can't. It has to be him. He's the one that stopped it. So it has to be.
I don't have nothing. I'm not talking about the children. I'm talking about him and Mel getting to a better place. Just as individuals. I'm just saying that's the reason why, in my opinion, this show seems so off and so Scott heavy.
Could be.
Because if you Kimmi scene was too long. It wasn't that it wasn't interesting, it was just too long. And they're trying to fill in for what they're not getting from the hosts.
Because I'm gonna tell you this: if I have to hear about Kimmi's coochie one more time, I'm gonna have attitude. I do not want to hear about her.
Made a comment a second ago on there that the Scotts are not able to get their kids on permanent payroll. So did Marsau and Tisha try to get them on permanent payroll? I hadn't heard that before.
I would try, but
and so that's why they're rarely mic'd. That's interesting. I hadn't heard that before.
I mean, I ain't mad at them. One of the things.
No, I'm not mad at them either. I just hadn't heard that before.
One of the things that Bethany did say that I agree with, that I wasn't even thinking about, is that in a sense that's child labor.
It is child labor. They can only work for so many hours. That's why, you know, they always have twins. If you think about it, there was twins on TV shows, Nationally. There was twins on Blackish, Peter's little. Yeah, so because they can only work so many hours. I'm trying to lift my thing up with some pillows, y'all. Okay, I feel like I look cute now. All right. Okay, where am I at? Y'all want to talk about Kimmi's coochie or not?
No.
I'll just say this. It's not that it's not a healthy conversation, but it is. You can tell they're feeling. That's why I was.
How long are those Kegel balls supposed to stay up in you? Why did her?
I think you can wear them all day.
You're supposed too long.
You can wear them all day.
They want to strengthen it. You're supposed to be able to keep them in, walk around, use the restroom, go to the store. Because I remember one of my friends, and I ain't gonna say her name, but she sneezed and it. So be careful in the grocery store. Okay. But yeah, you're supposed to walk around with them all day.
It helps. It's supposed to help if you have continence issues, and it keeps it tight and right, because it's a constant Kegel, because you're feeling something inside of you.
Yeah,
you're supposed to.
You can't say it. I'm just over it because I liked her and her friend talking. I think her and her friend are great friends. I wasn't bored by the scene, but I just feel like Kimmi, I know she wants to please her husband, but she has put so much effort into trying to please him. And I don't think he'll ever be satisfied sexually. Even when she wasn't sick, he wasn't. So
that's what she said. She said he is coming. I like that how she said it. She said it's already on the end of him feeling that he wasn't getting enough. And I like how she said.
And another thing, I didn't hear her say that because I kind of zoned out a little bit, but she said something about Maurice already thinks I'm prettier than I think I am. So I feel like she might have some self-esteem issues as well. And he's not helping that to me.
I think that when I heard that, I heard her say he thinks he makes her feel fine. You know how you just come across somebody that do make you feel fine. Like you know you ain't ugly, but to have somebody come by and be like, make you feel like you fine. I felt that when she said that.
Yeah, but she said she's never felt like she was as pretty
and she's lost weight. She looked good.
She does look good. Another thing is, she recommended that they go to a sex therapist. And I need to know the credentials to become a sex therapist, because I think I could be one. So can somebody, because it seems like a job that pays a lot and you just sit around and kind of talk about stuff. What are Callie, can you see that so we can start a business, sex therapist?
Yes. I'm sure you could be all complete and have your certification by tomorrow at 4.
Right. And we're gonna be chatter up sex therapists because we're gonna make all the money.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this? Tisha? She is
is
a
a light-skinned
light-skinned
Tisha. She desires validation from people. Oh, she's talking about Kimmi?
Kimmi? Well, I think the Scots
I don't
picked.
get that from her.
I don't either. I think that Tisha, well, I'm gonna say this. Kimmi is more articulate with her feelings than Tish.
Definitely.
They do go through some of the same things because they're married to brothers. But I feel like, so I can see it a little bit, but not much. Maybe she needs to learn tricks or something, spice it up. Kimmi, no, Kimmi look like she might be doing some stuff with her tongue. I ain't gonna hear it. She got a big mouth. She know what she doing.
Do y'all know how much older she is as he is?
Cause she's what, like 11 years? How old is he?
I'm really not sure, to be honest.
She's
I know
Honda's age.
he said he was at A&M in 98. So if he was there at 98, he was playing football. I missed him. I wasn't there. So if I was in
2023. Okay, well the internet, I'm sorry, Joe, the internet has it wrong. It says Kimmi only 34.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
it. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Maurice has to be at least, because I would have graduated in 96. So he was there in 98. So when I was 22, he was probably like 18.
Okay.
So he's only about, I'm thinking he's like 45.
So, and she's at least 53.
Yeah, she's possibly older than that because
at least.
Kimmi turned the first season. Kimmi had her 50th birthday party.
Yeah.
Really? Did she?
Mm-hmm.
But they seasons are so weird to me. I don't think they should be on 6.
It was really just 2019.
Yeah.
It was just really.
It also says Kimmi is worth $8 million.
Oh, girl, get off that.
Mm-hmm.
So you think it's 10 years? So
maybe it's a lot. It's not a low amount. It's something like that. So my point is, and they were dating for 10 years. Believe that. So if they were dating in 10 years, she was 30, he was 31, and she was 41.
Right.
If you believe it, or 9 years, it's pretty close.
Yes, right, Angela. Well,
yeah, we're not gonna believe
tell you the
So are you saying based on her age, her sex drive may not be as
okay?
I got what you were going.
And what's crazy is they probably met in her 40s. And
that's when your sex drive is like,
that's what it's through the roof.
Yeah.
Well, she looks good because she sure doesn't look 10 years older than him.
She don't.
You know, they look good together.
But he don't. Yeah, that family age look fast over there. But okay, sorry.
He doesn't though. He's just the different one to me.
Kelly said, "But they have a different daddy."
I mean, he doesn't look like them at all to me. I mean, you know, maybe a distant cousin, but he doesn't look like the rest of the brothers.
I was wondering what they look like a blend when there. I can't remember what website it was. I want to say it was maybe there was a website called the Scott Brothers or something like that on Instagram. There's a picture of them when they were younger.
Yeah, I shared it in our group, in our little chat.
Okay. Yeah. Maurice does kind of sit out a little bit, but they really look like a blended family because it was like
he looks like his mom.
How many kids was it?
It was so many of them.
It was like I want to say it was like 7 or 8 children in that book. So I'm thinking they had a blended family at some point.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look for the picture after I ask the next question. Are we done with Kimmi's coochie?
Yeah,
I have another question for y'all. So they talked about doing a boudoir photo. Would y'all ever do a little sexy lingerie photo for your mate or yourself?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would too. We should do one. I'm not gonna show y'all, but we gonna do it.
I'm not showing my coochie to a performer.
No. Oh well, that is true. I didn't think.
And wait a minute, but when Kimmi said that the girl's husband was a photographer, I thought that's why she's mentioning it as well to get a job for him.
Your friend's husband?
No.
Okay.
I just sent you the picture, Monty, of the Scott brothers. Why by Joy?
I don't know about once you turn. I mean, in the 40s,
a woman is usually in her peak in her 40s.
Yeah, the 40s is
when it starts to decrease once you go through menopause. I mean, that's the whole point. There's literally medication out there that's supposed to help that a little bit, but I mean, that's a known medical theory.
Okay, I'm gonna add that one, Callie. It was another one that I sent y'all, but Callie sent me one. All right, so is that all we got for the coochie? Let's move on. Let's see what else I got. Oh, what do y'all think about? I think it would have been nice if they would have shown the sit down conversation with Tish and Stormy. You see, they
That's
just did
what
like,
I was saying. Yes,
yeah.
it didn't make no sense to me because that would have been an interesting one. But this was even interesting.
So that I thought I missed that. That didn't really show on TV.
No,
Okay.
no. This was also jacked up. Why did Stormy? This is why when y'all be saying y'all sick of the drama and all that, be like y'all done messed up this show. I miss
not us. We like drama.
Miss Wanda at this point.
Oh, I don't miss it.
At the end, Stormy said, at the end of that conversation that they showed, Stormy said, I kind of been a B since I was 4 years old.
4 years old, yeah.
Y'all know what that told me?
Her mama said it.
You know why I said, you know what that told me?
What?
She's not a nice person. And she knows it.
She does know it, but she, I mean, I was not shocked when I heard her say it. In fact,
that's literally what I heard
on TikTok today.
Because on TikTok, say it again.
That's gonna be my next. Well, I got to post this reunion, but yeah, it's gonna be after. That's one of my posts for today.
Oh, really?
She didn't. I wasn't shocked by it, and I don't even think Tisha was. Tisha kind of looked at her like, "Yeah, I can see that," but I thought it was a little weird when they were talking about the bitch word, and Tisha said, "But I like Stormy."
That's another thing I want to talk about.
I can tell you why I think she does.
Why?
I do believe, and here's my theory, that I do believe Stormy had been in their group a little bit longer, and I do believe that Stormy has been helping her with those products. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what I believe. I believe one of the products that she has discontinued, and Tisha has picked up.
I agree. I was gonna say that.
What?
I agree.
And so,
there's actually a scene. There's that picture. There's actually a scene that we talked about last season when Tish first introduced this product, and I know I ain't crazy. And I saw Tisha putting her product label on top of Stormy's product. I know I'm not crazy.
That's why I said white labeled. I didn't say.
Yeah. And so she has been helpful to her. And Tisha is one of those people. She don't want to bite the hand that feeds her. Now, I will if you make me, but I like you. And I do think that Tisha also knows that Marsau, I think that they've all had conversations of trust. And I gotta respect it, even though I hate that I notice it. They have all decided that they wasn't going to act like a plum fool. We going to entertain the folks, but we going to walk out of this okay.
But that's what I was thinking too, Marsh, is that I said somebody said it to her that she has been a bee since she was 4, so she believes it. I don't know if it's true, but that's how I took it too. Like, you know how somebody can tell you something so long and you be like, oh, maybe that is when I am.
That's because I feel like she's not a nice person. If somebody is telling you that you have been a bad, because let's be honest, if you got somebody been saying you've been a bitch since you was 4 years old, you've been a mean person your whole life. That ain't cute. And
I would love to know how Stormy's mother.
I think it's her mama.
I would love to know how she interacted with Courtney when they first met. Like, how hard did she go at Courtney? I bet she would put Mama Joyce to shame.
I agree.
That would be an interesting thing to see.
I'm charging my thing, y'all. Hold on.
I kind of got a feeling, though, that Courtney's been around for a second. I don't think Courtney is some new guy that came into her life as she was doing good. I kind of think because even their son, who's only age 3, Stormy hasn't been in business, I don't think, 6 years. And one of the things that she talked about was that all the fertility things that she had tried over the years. You don't try this stuff for a month and it don't work. So, and she would talk about all the rounds that she went through. I think this is a guy she been with for a minute. Now, he may have been a hood dude, but she was a hood girl.
Well, I think they showed pictures of them on her Instagram when they were younger. They were at least friends, or I don't know.
I'm glad. I mean, I like him. They seem to make a really cute couple. He seems to be the calm to her storm. And I think that she sometimes tried to talk him up to be tougher than maybe he would want to be, but they seem like a well fit couple.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that they're not. I'm just saying I was saying that in regards to the mom. I don't think the mom probably clowned. I think that he probably was an asset to her. He definitely hustled for her.
I feel like they complement each other, but I also think with Stormy, another thing she said, and I agree with Marsha on this, is she said that her family, they kind of do that. And my family, I told my family this: when you walk in the door, put on your bulletproof vest, because they gonna say, "Girl, your hair look bad," or "Girl, you done picked up weight," or "Girl, you done. Like they, you know, she probably has that kind of family that when they see something, they say something, and no matter good or bad. And so Stormy's that type of person. She see it, she say it, and she maybe don't mean no harm, but it can come off harmful. But calling somebody a B, though, a man, even a woman, that to me is a lot.
And but that's how I feel like, to be honest, they made an agreement, and I think that Stormy be testing it, and because there's no way you're gonna convince me that when she told Tisha that he act like a girl, that Tisha didn't already tell him that. And Marsau kind of confirmed that when he said she wanted to reaction from me. She did.
Yeah.
She's that girl. That's why I was saying it kind of gives that look she give when she get the best of you, and when she thinks and she look you and she asks whatever it is she gonna ask, regardless, is it you got your light bill on? Or when she said, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all even look. She give this look and she thinks she got the best of you. And when that, to me, it felt evil to me. Like that is some Marlo stuff. That's the person.
No, she's not Marlo.
Your insecurity. That's that chick. If she find you out of pocket, and that's her go-to. That's her natural first instinct to go to, is to be mean. Oh yeah, that she enjoys it. She does it with a grin, and y'all even know what look I'm talking about.
I know, but she has like the smirk, like Ralph has a smirk when he think he got you. Marsau has a smirk when he think he got you. So does she. But I don't think that makes them evil. I just think that means that they try to one up you. So
that's look evil.
No, I don't think I don't know.
But look, Marsau, he's trying to get the best of you. He ain't trying to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, right, to say that you're not valued at home,
Joy.
He told a woman who just had a baby, who could be going through postpartum depression, that she not valued at home.
Let's wait a minute.
Thank you.
That's actually
you,
let's go back. Let's
rewind. We can rewind it. Let's go ahead.
He said something about we value your opinion, and then Tiffany said, "So you value women here?" And then he said, "We value women, and everybody else is even if you get it from nowhere else." That's literally how the conversation goes.
Not how that happened.
He didn't bring up value. Tiffany did.
Joy.
And he responded to value. And then she asked the question.
All he had to do is say, yes, I value women. He did not have to say you're not valued anywhere else. Come on, Joy. Come on.
Well, why would she?
Because all the women at the table, he wasn't listening to.
So her
he wasn't listening to none of the women at the table.
Her comment to him was appropriate?
Yes, because he wouldn't listen to none of the women at the table. So she like, you finally valuing our opinions now? Because he was putting down Stormy. He had already said Nell had a t-shirt business. He had already said that Nell. Wait a minute. He had already said he thought Nell was Chris Fletcher's pretty wife. Can I finish my comment?
She wasn't asking a question. She was being sarcastic. If
you don't even listen to hear.
So now you're valuing women. So what was he supposed to say?
You don't listen to hear. You listen to. You don't listen to hear. You listen to respond. Two totally different things. Because you're not hearing what I'm saying. Because I'm telling you why she said it to him.
I'm not arguing that she had a reason or not. I'm just saying she opened the value.
Because it was a valid question. Like, listen, you have not valued any of the women at this table here lately. So do you really value our opinion? Do you value us? That's not a question of being mean. That's a question of concern. Like, why am I here if you're not going to listen to me? Seriously. He was straight out trying to hurt her.
That's his ammo. And, you know, at the same time, he told Tisha, I'm never just saying no girls can do this or that. That's just me. I'm not going to change. That's his ammo. He knows what he's doing.
He's talking about, Marsau they all the same. But anyway, okay. Somebody said they thought Tisha and Marsau was going to do a split announcement. I don't think so. I don't think she'll ever leave him.
When? I think a split is coming from Tisha. You do?
I don't know why. Why do you think that, Angela?
What has happened that we don't know about, Cha?
Thank you. That was a pattern. I don't think Joy listened to my pattern that I gave at Latoria, but yeah. All right. So anyway, where was I at?
I just don't see Tisha, honestly, ever announcing a separation unless it's a fake one to make people think she really is trying to be tough or something. I don't know. We're not going to believe it either way, but I don't know that. I would be really shocked to see that happen.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So another thing, what was I going to say? I lost it. Well, let's talk. Are we done with bet? Do we want to talk about Bet on Black commercial?
Oh God. Yeah, go for it.
Child. All right.
I don't know what
so in that commercial, he was like, Tish, do this, be sexy. And to me, I feel like he was putting her down. How do y'all feel? I didn't like it.
It's funny. What's really funny, if somebody say be sexy, that is your main thing. You're like,
right. Well, yeah.
I don't know if I would necessarily. It's one thing to be saying that at home and you by yourself. I don't know. I'm so goofy. I wouldn't have known how to carry that out either. I don't know if I would have, I would be embarrassed. This is not just
as naked as Tisha dresses. She can know how to act like she's being sexy. I mean, come on.
I just think he was embarrassing her. He was like, that ain't sexy. And then she was like, sexy's not my love language. And I'm thinking, is that a love language? It could be.
It's
I
not.
don't know.
It's
okay.
Not.
I didn't learn that one. So I was like, but I feel like with your husband, he should have been a little nicer to her. But he was like, that ain't sexy. You look like a flopping fish, And I'm just sitting there like, let the lady live. She can't help it. Some people just don't have sex appeal.
I wouldn't have known how, and that too. Like some people also don't think they're sexy. I mean, she do wear tight clothes, but I don't know.
Marsau's boobs are bigger than Tisha's. I was kind of noticing that, but look, I wasn't gonna say nothing about it.
She just doesn't have sex appeal, but I do like the idea of Bet on Black. But isn't someone gonna say they were gambling? Who do you think called? Or did anybody call?
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Just joking.
It probably was. It probably was.
I'm gonna show you value at home.
But since he is in court under 2 different lawsuits.
Oh, that is hilarious.
He's in court being sued. No, he's suing one person, another person is suing him. I think there could be anybody associated with anything he's in court with that could have called them people on him and say he's gambling. Because if you're having a Vegas night or whatever you call the gambling parties, and it's in a state where gambling is not legal, I mean, is that illegal?
It is.
So then,
because the Bet on Black, are they actually gambling? Well, he did say. What did he say? Did he say something about they were gambling, or are they just pretending to gamble? What are they doing?
I don't know if he said one way or another, but why would you have a gambling event that you're not going to gamble at?
I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
Let's see. And then have Vegas night parties though. But I mean, he probably started advertising. If they start advertising, I wonder. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they showed that video they made somewhere, and then maybe Huntsville, because Huntsville's small, you said, right? They saw it, and then somebody who probably got turned down to have a Vegas night was like, he ain't gonna have.
It's not really small, but the political party is. And because it's actually the biggest city in Alabama.
Somebody reported they were illegally gambling, but are they using real money or are they using play money? I feel like if you have play money, you could possibly do it. I don't know those rules in Huntsville.
Yeah, so of course I don't think he would intentionally do nothing illegal. Like I know we've heard that he has, but when it comes to something that's going to be so highly publicized, I can't imagine he'd be that stupid. At the same time, they're at Blaque, a bar, smoking cigars and getting drunk. I'd be gambling for money. I mean, why are you gonna mess up my whole night with some Monopoly bills? No.
True. I don't know, but another
Maybe
thing
he has
was,
them in the back in a locked room.
and then I looked at Marsau, and he had on like this black shirt, and I was thinking to myself, he dressed up more to go see Mel than he did in his commercial. Did you think about it? He looks. But anyway,
I ain't in that one, child.
Oh, another thing. I don't know where I wrote this from, but Marsau said that Martell was animated at the table at the town hall. But did Martell say anything when they were at the town hall? How was Martell animated? What did he say that was animated? Did y'all pick up on that?
I can't remember.
Oh, he said when Stormy called Marsau a bitch, and then Marsau said, "I'm a good bitch too," or something like that. And then Martell said, "Yeah, go shake that rump." He got animated with that.
No, he did not.
Shake it and shake it over and over again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He did not, Callie.
He did. He said, "Shake that. Show him how you shake it." Or yes, he did.
Oh, maybe that's what he meant. Okay, that makes me feel better because I was like, whatever.
Yep, he did.
Oh, I read this in a group. I don't know if this is true, but they were saying that there were silent partners in Blaque because he was like, Marsau, I didn't ask you to borrow. Marsau, it's too many M's. Marsau said to Martell that I didn't need your money. And then some people were saying he didn't need it because he had silent partners. But how? Have anybody heard that or just me?
I have not heard that before.
You didn't hear that? Okay.
He had silent partners in Scolt?
In Blaque. No.
Oh, in Blaque. Oh,
yeah.
No, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, he was dressed to go. Okay. Let me see if I have any more questions.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is like from next week, it looks like there was an event and then nobody show up but the Scotts and Stormy. And that's the event that what's her name is in. I really do think they are protesting KeKe.
Are you talking about at Kimmi's house?
Yes.
So Kimmi had a follow-up. This is what happens.
But nobody came. No,
everybody's going to be there. They just show little clips.
Scotts, KeKe, and Stormy.
So
Tiffany
what happened was Kimmi said, from what I saw, was Kimmi was like, I want to get everybody together because everybody's having issues with Marsau. So she invited other people who supposedly have issues with him.
Just them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think it was.
Okay.
Because the Fletchers are there. Yeah, everybody's going to be there. The Fletchers are going to be there.
I think that's another scene.
You think
I'm talking about the backyard scene where she actually throws that drink on Tisha. Nobody else.
They were there. I thought so too. Everybody's going to be.
I thought everybody was at that one.
Yeah, everybody's there. They're all going to talk about their issues with Marsau.
Okay. All right.
That's the one that's been on the previews for a few weeks now.
Yeah. So
and it looked like it was more than just Melody was there, and I think that we saw the Fletchers were in the background.
I didn't see them in the
everybody
background.
was there.
I didn't see anybody.
But I don't know the way they cut this stuff up. I don't know because
that's true.
This little thing was cut up to me so bad.
Yeah.
What do you think about Mel and KeKe's conversation about Marsau and the women and the?
Y'all know what I noticed. This is hilarious. Nobody's talking about it in the groups. They're talking about it around it. They're talking about KeKe, whether or not she was right or wrong, not the rumors itself. And all I could think is because this has been dragging out for so many seasons, I don't think anybody will believe anything at this point.
I don't think.
Well, there is one group out there. They were talking. They didn't get into the details of the alleged affair. they were talking about how much Melody was still trying to break up the Scotts.
That's what I'm saying. They're talking around it.
Coming back.
Yeah.
Well, in the comments, but what was weird to me as I was reading those is it wasn't Melody talking about the Scotts. It was KeKe. But they kept,
you know, doggone well that they filmed that scene for their sole purpose. Ain't no way you're not gonna convince me that this is why KeKe is on this show. It's the only reason why she's on this show.
Well, I don't care about that, but no, what I was saying is they're trying to say that Melody was still trying to break up their marriage, and I'm like, the scenes that I've seen has not shown Melody bringing up the conversation. It was KeKe. So you're saying that's why they have KeKe on the show just to just to talk about the Scotts?
I mean, one of the things that Melanie, I do believe by her personality, she is a Scorpio. And I believe her. When Melanie said, because Tisha actually brought it up, it was another woman that they wanted to bring on this show that to say that he was having an affair with it was talked about in the reunion with Marsau, and the girl wouldn't do it for that amount of money, which I thought was a crazy conversation that they allowed to actually be on the reunion. But so this is not beneath her. Just like when she was going to bring that other lady, of course she wouldn't have mentioned it. They would have just been having a conversation. But KeKe met with her. This whole thing, you have to wonder why this girl kept filming. Because it's very obvious to me. Every time I see her and her ticking and doing all of that on this show and sweating, and we sitting up here trying to pretend like that girl don't need help, and it looks like she's being exploited.
So, okay, so here's some comments. Marsau literally admitted to helping Martell cheat. We all know that. And Martell probably got some secrets on him. They said that some groups did talk about it. I don't know. I try to stay out of the groups and just...
No, I'm not saying that they're not talking about it, but they're not talking about the affair. And I'm talking very specifically that he done met with two girls in a room and allegedly had a threesome and filmed it. They're talking about the other stuff. They're talking about whether or not Melanie is involved, or whether or not KeKe shouldn't have done it, or whether or not Tisha is stupid. All of those things they're talking about, but nobody's talking about whether or not these.
Can I tell you why I think Marsau ain't no freaking prize? Y'all got Tisha thinking that every dang gone woman want her husband for some reason, and they don't.
They're picking to have this as a constant. It has become a constant conversation. It ain't like Tisha's bringing this up. Let's be clear. She bring up everybody else's marriage. Did you have any infidelity in your marriage?
Thank you.
Did you do that in your marriage? Y'all been married for 14 years. Did you
got married
in your marriage?
You know what? You need to be ashamed of yourself. Your grandbaby gonna come out with a list.
Look, don't you do that to my grandbaby, lady. We gonna get her some therapy, okay? Look, that thick tongue is gonna get thinned out, okay? But I don't know. I really think that with this situation, because Mel was thinking it was more about money, and she doesn't put them down money wise. She said we have two multimillionaires fighting over $100. Yes, and then KeKe was like, "No,
I agree.
It's not about the money.
Stupid."
She said she
who
thinks
are the two multimillionaires? Because I thought she meant Stormy and Courtney.
Why you didn't think she meant Stormy? Oh, that's shade. That is
so who was? Do you think the other millionaire was
actually?
Marsau?
You're right. Actually,
when she said that, I'm thinking
you're right.
Stormy and Courtney. She don't mean Stormy.
I tried to help.
So they didn't get that. I didn't even think about that because
I not multimillionaires.
She was talking about both of them, but you're right, and that is true. And that's a dig at him. You're right.
If that's what she meant, then I got you.
I thought it was a dig from that.
Oh, I
was like the shade. KeKe kind of saved her because KeKe didn't catch what she was talking about. So KeKe went on with her story.
Mel said that. She said, and then KeKe was like, "No, it's not about money. It's about the way that Marsau approaches."
Oh, now that I know it's Mel, she meant that. That was what Mel was saying. You're right.
See, I didn't get it. I thought she was trying to help.
Simply I picked up on that. I was like, KeKe didn't pick up on it. That's why KeKe kept on talking.
Yeah.
Y'all know what? Y'all are so wrong. Well, I want to talk about this. Are we done? Because Wanda put some other stuff out in the universe. She did a live, and it was when they were filming the reunion. Did y'all see this? And she was at Tisha and Marsau's house. And Wanda
No.
was out there. Somebody said, "Do you think Marsau cheats?" And she said, "I don't want to say that in this house because my grandchildren are up. But he's not who I thought he was." And so I think Wanda keeps that narrative out there too, that he cheats. Because she could have just said, "No, I don't believe it." I don't know. I hope he's not out there cheating.
I mean, but what do you really think, though? I know we all hope. Okay, that's nice. Keep your hopes and your dreams. What do you really
I'm gonna
think?
keep my hopes and my dreams. So they're saying that it's a makeup. Hold on. They talk about a makeup artist. Or is it hairdresser? I thought it was a hair person that Marsau's cheating with. Is it a makeup person or a hair person? Allegedly.
That girl is sued. She showed on with her name on this show. They didn't. She didn't. I don't know what she is. I heard she was a stylist. Somebody just shared the picture.
And this is not the one that was at the tea party, right? This is somebody else.
Yeah, this somebody else.
So she hasn't said anything lately. So she probably is like, keep my name out of this mess.
Yeah.
She said, Marsau, the skirts are tight.
Y'all didn't see that live. I need to go find it. It was very damaging.
I hit play on it and then was like, I can't. You have to be in the mood for Wanda.
Yeah, you gotta be in the mood for Wanda.
So,
gotta be in the mood because I think she's very upset. And if she found out that Miss Betty Kruger was there and she wasn't, Wanda ain't happy right now. Okay?
Oh,
Kruger.
yes.
You know who Betty Kruger
the only
is?
reason
Do you not know who Betty Kruger
here,
is? Stormy Mama instead of Freddy Krueger. I call her Betty Kruger because she is now that's an evil lady. Let's see. Is there anything else? I said who's the bleeped out name, but we don't know.
Tisha asked Marsau, so you don't care if you being mean to the girls are calling the issue between me and the girls? He said, no, and I do it again because that's just who I am. I'm not meaning anything negative by it. Anyway, I was just watching that.
Do you believe that?
No, of course not.
You call her Betty Myers. I call her Betty Kruger.
Betty Myers.
Betty Kruger. Instead of Freddie, she Betty. What do y'all think about next week with the throwing of is it water? Is it Kool-Aid? What she throwing the lady?
I don't care if it was fresh, crisp water out the purest waterfall in the world. If she threw water on me and putting that narrative again out into the universe, I would never talk to KeKe again.
Well, from what we hear, she ain't talking to her now. So go for it, KeKe. Get it out the system.
That's like
because Marsau keeping her name in his mouth.
I don't know if you can even come back from that. Do you think if your first cousin did that to you, straight up?
You mean threw a cup on me or told people that I was on drugs? She look, I wouldn't be petitioning them anyway.
Y'all act like she told the world that. She told a couple.
KeKe said she did tell more than that.
Girl, she should have though. Come on, let's think about everything Marsau has done.
So you think if she did in their world at that time, it's justified for going on national TV and saying what she said about her cousin?
Yes, because Marsau went on national TV and continued whatever you said the girl started. Marsau went in and kept that information on TV and ain't trying to stop it.
She mentioned it. She mentioned it. Nobody would have ever known anything about
I just said that
unless she brought it to the world.
Not even a debate. I said she put it out there, and when that girl wasn't even on the show, Marsau and them kept it out there, kept talking about it and running their mouth, previews and everything when they had no reason to. Marsau was doing it for sheer spite. And that's why I wouldn't be talking to them now.
I've seen cousins fight, like fist fight.
It's easy for him to do it because he's not blood with Wanda. He don't care how his wife feels. He's rude and disrespectful.
That's crazy to me because she couldn't, KeKe moving forward couldn't say hi to me like ever again. And I know y'all don't know me,
can't move forward
but I'm telling you, I got family members that could be right next to me that I just flat out don't see. That is a very toxic trait of me. When I erase you from my life, I have erased you from my life.
Yeah. It's protecting your peace. I don't think it's toxic. I think it's.
And Joy, think about what you just said, though. Think about what you just said. How you erase him from life. But you remember when I said something to y'all recently? I said, me and my certain relative hadn't spoken a few months, and you said, well, just call and and make it up. And now you're saying I wouldn't talk to him for the world. And I agree with you, Joy. That's how I am, and that is a horrible trait of mine. I wouldn't be speaking to the Scots right now if I was KeKe for nothing in the world. It just wouldn't happen. And if something comes up and I have to tell them about the girl you had a three-way with and you videotaped it, then let's just go ahead and bring out the tape at the next cookout.
Love them from afar. I like that French life. Love them from afar.
Yeah, that sounds very ladylike. Yes, love them from afar.
I've never been into anything like that with any of my family members or anything, but they would have to do something pretty bad for me to just erase them from my life. But I don't know. Now I don't have to ever trust them or whatever, but I will acknowledge their presence. You know what I mean? And that's what I said. People have physically fought cousins, and they
I don't.
Tisha and KeKe fought. They said they used to fight all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, that is a very
foundation keeps moving.
I don't know if that's a trait of a Capricorn.
Yeah, it is.
But I can ignore anything. It's a trait that I love about myself, and I am bothered about it at times because I can't erase you from my life.
I mean, I can erase like people from my life, like that's not my family. It's harder for me with family. Now, other people, you don't matter.
It's always harder with family because you gotta see them. Yeah. But I have. Yeah, but I mean, there's a family member, unfortunately. I actually kind of feel bad about it, but I don't.
Yeah, same.
I get you. So are we going to do another chapstick moment? Are we done with this?
Oh, yeah.
There was nothing else I wasn't going to bring up anything. I think Joy was.
Okay.
Oh, the other one, of course, is the Jada Pinkett and Will Smith.
Girl, that was my other one. Okay, so we on the same page.
Yeah, the who is not talking about Will and Jada? Because y'all know I am really pro Will, but I'm also pro Jada. And I
did y'all hear?
No, ma'am.
What's his name? Stephen A. Smith. Did y'all hear what he had to say about all this?
What did he say? I'm so tired.
Child, I posted it on TikTok a little bit.
What did he say? Can you sum it up?
He basically just said, Jada, stop it. You doing too much. You're not supposed to be bringing your husband down like this in public. Come on, how much money you need to leave? Leave him alone. Everything is out here now. What you still there for? It was weird. I'm tired of Jada, and I loved Jada Pinkett.
It's so funny because people while Jada could have kept this interview and we would have all been good, I kind of understand why she did it. There's a part of her that wants to feel vindicated. All the things that she's
about what?
Nothing different, that people tend to blame her as if for the last couple of years, she is embarrassing Will because of what she did with August Alsina. And she's telling you, we weren't even together during my August Alsina days. But even further, there was proof of it. If anybody cared, because August himself, who did the interview, which kicked all this mess off, literally said he went to Will to get his permission. And if y'all remember in the table talk, that's what, of all the things that he said, nothing ticked her off, but she did not like that he said that he had to get permission, because she was like, nobody needs permission. Yeah, of course not. Because he's been living his life and she been living hers.
Look, Monty, I'm gonna let you have that.
But he said in his book that they weren't together, that's why he was so terrible to live with. He called himself a narcissist. He literally said that he was so terrible to live with that his daughter wanted to be emancipated or whatever.
Yeah, his son
we get
was.
that. I understand. A lot of husbands are hard to live with. Martell Holt was hard to live
And he
with.
was running around with that white woman in New
You don't give
Orleans.
Mel no grace, but you're gonna give
And how did you hear about
she
that,
was in
Joy?
love with another man.
There are videos and pictures of them together.
Dead. He may have said he was dead to get away from her. Tupac could be living in Minnesota right now,
he
but he
never
want to
went
get away from Jada so bad. He done
talk
said
about
he's dead,
Jada.
but she needs to leave him
Thank
alone.
you.
Jada,
Yes.
stop.
Oh,
Okay.
and you know what? And this might sound kind of crazy what I'm about to say here, but I was just thinking about this, right? And oh God, I hope this doesn't offend anybody. I really do, because that's not my point, but it just makes sense to me. You know how they say that it is the Black woman that is the least protected person on this earth. Well, listen, Jada Pinkett Smith has been protected by Will Smith for their entire marriage almost. We have never ever seen Will Smith go on TV and talk about all the negative stuff that Jada has done to him, or in there, or whether he agrees with it or not.
What negativity is she putting out there?
Joy, stop. Let me talk. There, you can't just. Jada went on TV and talked about whatever the rumors are that we may or may not have heard. It is what it is. But
it wasn't no rumors. The boys in a whole interview before it, they were responding together.
Give somebody else a chance.
You are giving a chance.
No, I'm not, because you've just cut me off 5 times, honey. We are not talking about Martell Holt, your lover. Let us have a conversation without interruption. My God dang on heck. I mean, come on, Joy. Go, Monty, go ahead. This girl gave me a headache.
Girl, all I gotta say is this. I know Will wrote a book. I know Will could have probably been a horrible person. I understand he could have been a horrible husband.
But he didn't go out and talk about it.
You sit here from 2016, you act like y'all was in this marriage. You act like y'all was happy. You put on this fake facade of a marriage to make people think that y'all was working stuff through, when you should have just been honest. Just freaking be honest with us. And be honest in 2016. Don't wait till you got a book out in 2023 and sit here and say all this stuff. We don't want to hear about it. We tired. I'm tired, boss. Okay?
Yes.
I'm tired, boss. Stop. I want her to stop it. And maybe she's
it just seems.
I don't know.
It seems harsh. It just seems harsh the way she talks about him. And listen, if you remember that call we had after the whole Oscar slap, I'm Team Jada. Listen, I don't think Jada was the reason that he got up and smacked the man. I never thought that. But then when you come out and you start to tell all the negative things, it just, after a while, it takes a toll on people. It's like, I've never heard Will do the same. So that's what I was trying to say. Is that I've never heard Will go out and talk about all the negative things he thinks of her. So if you think about them, they've been married for 20-something years now, right? I think so. I don't know exactly.
Right.
They've been married for a long time, and they've promised to stay together, and they said nothing would ever happen to break them up. And all of that is what they've done. But we do know from Jada that in all these years, she's gone through some massively depressive times. She's thought about, unaliving herself. She's thought about her sexual relationships, the good and the bad. She's thought about, and we've heard about, a lot of things in the years that have made her unhappy. We never heard that from Will. And so when I say that she's been pretty protected, he's done a good job of protecting her. Does that make any sense or no? And I wouldn't be offended if it doesn't, because that's what I mean when I say they say we're unprotected, and we are. But she's definitely been protected by her husband, the way that I think a husband should protect their wife. Does that make
so we
any
have
sense?
some comments. We need to get off in a little while, but we have what is one thing Jada has said that's negative about Will?
Negative about Will, or about their relationship?
I guess just in general.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm not saying she's saying his toenail is broke. It's just that all the negative things, she's not satisfied with their relationship sexually. We've heard that a couple times. She doesn't want that birthday party because he didn't ask me how I feel. He didn't. What did you say about the party?
Yeah, she said that it was more about, but I think Jada,
it was more about the surprise and not about the detail.
And I answered that part because I'm unupset. Here, this is the reality.
You shouldn't get upset, Joy, when you're the one that's interrupting the conversation.
He asked her, what do you want for your birthday? This is so important. And she said, nothing, just us chilling somewhere. You want to go to Santa Fe? Absolutely. She gets out to Santa Fe. All her family, all his family are there. He wanted to, he had found out that Jada's grandmother did these audio tapes. And he got these audio tapes and then turned it into a documentary where he showed them going through their genealogy and had music, had turned it into something. He said it was a standing ovation from both sides. Yeah. Then the curtain rose and Mary J. Blige came out.
Which is not what she wanted, right?
And she went back to the house and she cried. Right. And he was like, what the F is wrong with you? Yes. Basically, I can't do nothing to make you happy. And all I heard is, this is just my assessment of Jada, which I don't know her. And it would be, my opinion is worth the hill of beans. But I have always thought that a lot of the personality that we used to see across the screen when she was younger was really her. And that she met this guy who was charismatic, who was funny, and I'll even say could really catapult her career. And she hooked up with this guy, and he was nice to her, and he treated her nice. He wasn't used to what she was used to, but he was nice to her. And she got pregnant by him, and they got married.
Okay, so
and one of the things, and I do believe that she loved and loves him. I just don't believe that either one of them, and I also believe this is really the most important thing that I think that I really believe by her. When you marry somebody like Will Smith, you almost have to make a decision almost to suppress yourself a little bit. And
that's what she's done.
And she and they actually gave us a clue when they told us a story that time about when they was playing cards and she was being real wild and kind of boisterous, and he threw the cards down and he was embarrassed. She cursed at him and he was embarrassed, and he said he wanted to hit her. And he didn't, and he said he pulled her in the back and said, I ain't never wanted to hit a woman more in my life. And I watched my mother get beat up by a man. So either you gonna have to make some changes or we ain't gonna work. And the reality is she made those changes.
Yes. Now, Jordan, can we get back to the party?
She was a willing participant.
Gonna say this.
Wait a minute. She was a willing participant.
My party part.
Go ahead.
She was a willing participant until she wasn't. And when she said, when he asked her the question, what do you want for your birthday? And she said, just us. She really meant just us.
Yes, I agree.
Here's my point.
I know that.
But her voice,
but I ain't made my point
herself. Wait a minute. Her voice and her point has never been heard in that marriage.
Oh God.
That's what I think the problem is.
Go ahead, Callie.
So the whole birthday thing, we know she didn't want it, and I've done the exact same thing that Jada did. So I get that part. The only thing I'm saying is she told us about that. She told us about a lot of other negative things that maybe we didn't need to hear. All I'm saying is, unless they're sitting at that red table together talking about the party where the cursing and all that, we've never saw it from Will about everything that she did to make him unhappy. We've only seen it from her. That's all I'm saying. So my point again is he protects her in my eyes, because we've never heard him go in the way she, not saying that I think everything she did is wrong, because I don't. I've done the same thing when there was a surprise party for me once. I'm like, this ain't what I wanted. My party wasn't done. That's not the point. He protects whatever their arrangement is. He protects it, or has protected it. And then when we hear her talk about it, she's telling us some of the great things we may have always heard in rumors. We just never knew it, and it was almost good to not know it. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that. I actually agree with you.
Can I go? Go ahead, Joy.
I was just telling her I agree with her.
I'm gonna say this. I feel like Will Smith is not the typical man that Jada would have wanted. Jada wanted a beeper boy, a hood boy, rah, rah, rah boy. That's not what she got. She got Will, I don't think she ever really liked Will that much because he wasn't the type of dude that she liked. I feel like she just went with him because he was Will Smith. I also feel like we always talk about a covering wife, and I'm shocked at Joy because to me,
Thank
Jada
you.
is not a covering wife.
I literally just said a second ago that I actually agree with what she just said. That's all she said. Overall, that's what she was saying is that whatever was going on, Will has protected it. He's gonna make it seem like he loves her. Whatever they doing, ain't nobody else gonna know. I agree with that. I see both situations. That's what I said.
To hear about of any of the specifics.
I actually
Thank you,
because
Marsha.
one of the things that I will say about Will is that he always, it's very clear to me that he loves her very much and he could never make her happy.
Yeah, never.
He's been very clear on that. He can't, whatever he does doesn't feel good enough. Even that birthday party, as overdone as it was, he obviously put a lot of thought into it. He didn't just have a party. He came across something that would be precious to anybody. So I get both sides.
What's the word on the Philly streets? We need to know. What's the words on the Philly streets?
Right.
I just don't think that Jada, he's not her type of dude. And they always say, change your pick someone who's gonna be good to you.
I definitely think she loves him because she's been suppressing herself for a very long time.
Loving is one thing.
She ain't suppressed nothing. She went out, she slept with the little boy that was too young for her. I don't care what nobody say. She went out and masturbated and got drunk and did this and did that.
Yeah, that's why y'all don't like it. Because y'all feel like she overshared. That's really the issue.
Yeah, she does. I mean,
that's why I don't like when people say,
why won't they get a divorce now, Montique? Now that we know everything she dislikes, why won't they get a divorce?
They won't get divorced. I would divorce.
She made a promise. She said it in the interview. She said
she's made a promise.
They made a promise that she's not going to break.
She said nothing would ever come up that they would need to divorce about. Come on now.
She not happy. You're gonna just be a sufferer.
I watched the whole interview. She literally said that she made a promise to him.
Didn't watch it,
but the promise is broken.
In that sentence,
the promise is broken. What promise did she make? I'm gonna stay.
Thank you.
For better or for worse, is that the promise?
She said there would be nothing that would.
Wait a minute. And if y'all watch Table Talk enough, they've talked about it repeatedly. Even when he talks about. When he did that interview with his ex-wife, he literally sat across from her and said he would have never divorced her. He went in detail. She was like, "I don't want to be married to you.
Well, that's him.
I'm gonna divorce you."
But he did. She divorced him. So why is Jada? So she divorced him because she was ready to go. She couldn't do it no more. So now, why do y'all think Jada is still staying?
She ain't happy.
Okay.
I mean, they're not together because they live in separate lives.
That's what I don't understand. Why do you do
They're
this?
only married on paper. That's very
well. We all know that part, but the question was why? Why now that she has told us everything she hates about her husband? Not everything. She's told us what she wanted us to know. So why are we? Do what they want to do.
Actually, I can't think of one thing that she said that she dislikes about it. When you say that, I'm really focusing on.
Did I say she dislikes?
I don't see that her talk in those terms. I see her refer to herself a lot. She talks about her own wants, her own needs.
Right. So I didn't say anything about her disliking him, Joy.
I've never heard her say that. I never heard her ever. Not one time.
I never said that she said
it's
that.
evident.
I only sat here and talked about what she said she didn't like that he was doing to her.
She don't like nothing about him. She don't like his attitude. She don't like his over the top trying to be. She don't like the Will Smith.
I feel like y'all have jumped on a narrative.
Well, I feel like if you would let us talk, you would hear that we're on the same narrative that you're on, Joy.
It's
you
just
can't know what we're saying because
you
you're
don't agree
interrupting
with
us.
something we say, you just jump in. Like it's like but it don't care. I don't think she likes him, but us y'all can think she do. Anything else?
No.
We talked too long. We know that people come in, but we've been on here 1:30, so we don't want to be on here too much longer. Anything else, people? So I'm gonna let for all the new people, because we have a lot of new people on here. We do Huntsville, when Married to Medicine, Beverly Hills, Potomac. Who else? that
That's what
everybody?
Jordan said. Mom, all I hear is you yelling Joy's name.
Oh, you missed us. Yes, you missed it. We hope you come back though.
Oh my goodness, I can't.
We'll do Huntsville. Anything else? Hey, Toya, Nicole. Anything else needs to tell new people? Follow us on Instagram. Like and subscribe to this. Follow us. Let me put up our little thing. I hope this still works. Callie, did we change it?
Can the three of us stay on this for a second when we hang up?
Yes.
All right. All right. Peace out, y'all.
It's good.
Let me put up our thing. I hope this one works. Let me test it. I don't know. This may be an old one. Oh, this might be old. That may not be it. Hold on. Let me find a new one. Don't do that. I
think they all still work, don't they?
I don't think that one does. Maybe so.
Okay.
I think it's this one. This is the one. Do that one. That should be everything. Chatter up.
I apologize for the yelling, you guys. Sometimes Joy and I get a little overheated. It's ridiculous. It's her fault, though.
Of course.
Yeah, it works. It works. This one works. Put it to your phone. Linktree us. Follow us on everything. If you want to join us next time, we will try not to be so wordy and long. We allow people to come in and talk and give their opinions. Next week, I think it's going to be really good, and everybody's going to want to have an opinion on the throwing of the water or the smearing off or the in this wine.
Husband? Is that KeKe husband at the end?
Yes, KeKe's husband is going to try to fight Marsau, right?
Yeah, if that's what it looked like.
Yeah,
it's gonna be two big boys right there.
I'm gonna try to make it like a little synopsis. We're gonna ask a few questions, and we're probably gonna let more people come in because I want to know what people think. Whose side you on? Okay, Team KeKe, Team Tish. Okay, that's what we're gonna do next week. And anything else, y'all?
No.
All right. So thank you all for joining us. Don't forget to chatter up. Peace. Y'all peace it. We peace.
Peace. Peace out.
All right.
Okay.